Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Aulinka Zikra, and here I want to present about my proposal research with titled Korean English Stop Consonants Interference to Indonesian and Citizens in NCT's English Songs. So for the first chapter, there is this chapter 1 and there is introduction, and for point 1.1 there is background of the study. In 1.2 there is statement of the problem. In 1.3 there are a scope and limitation. In 1.4 there is objective of the study. In 1.5 there is function of the study, and the last is 1.6 is systematical presentation. We start about 1.1. Background of the study. This study have three focuses on background of the study. For the first one is language interference happens when people mix rules from their native language or L1 while learning a new one or L2. This can affect pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. And the second focus is about Korean and English have different sound system, especially for stop consonant like p, t, and k. The last focus in background of the study is Indonesian speaker face challenges in pronouncing English because their language lacks aspirated sounds or the sounds made with a puff of air. And we move to 1.2. There is problem statement. In this study, there is two problem statement that exist. In the first problem is how does English songs by K-pop group NCT can influence the pronunciation of stop consonants to the fans and citizens. And the second problem statement is what phonological variation of shapes can be identified in their articulation of these sounds as a result of exposure to Korean phonetics. And we're continued to 1.3. There is scope of the study, and this study focuses on how Indonesian fans of NCT pronounce their English stop consonants after listening to NCT English songs. 1.4, there is objectives of the study, and the object of the study is about analyzing Indonesian fans' pronunciation of English words from NCT songs, also understanding how exposure to Korean sounds affect their English pronunciation, especially in Indonesian fans. And in 1.5 there is a function of the study, and the function of the study, there are two types of a function. There is theoretical function and practical function. And for the theoretical function is about help fans and researchers understand sounds differences and improve their knowledge about vowels and consonant. And about the practical function is about provides fans tools to improve their English pronunciation by addressing Korean English interference. And in 1.6 there is systematical presentation. So this study is about 3 chapters, while the chapter 1 is about introduction and study overview. In chapter 2 will be explained about a review of related studies and theories, and the last is chapter 3 will be explained about the research method that used in this study. So we're gonna move in chapter 2. There are related studies, review of literature, and theoretical framework. And for 2.1 there is related studies. The related studies provide insight into phonological and language learning differences. The previous studies comes from Azizah in 2021, analyzed the contrast between Korean and Indonesian phonological structures. It highlighting the complexity of Korean vowels and consonants which pose challenges for Indonesian learners. Also from Lumban Tungkup et al. In 2023 examined consonant sounds in Taylor Swift's Anti-Hero song and its Indonesian translation, identifying differences in pronunciation based on word position and advocating for the use of songs as practical learning tools. Also, we have previous studies from Putri in 2023 is focused on how English songs enhance students' listening, pronunciation, and vocabulary skills by providing an engaging and stress-free learning environment. But this study differs from the previous ones as it focuses specifically on the influence of Korean English phonetics in NCT songs on Indonesian fans' pronunciation of English stop consonants, unlike earlier research which primarily studied classroom learners or general comparison, but this studies examines Indonesian and citizen learning English through K-pop music. So it involves three languages. There are Korean, English, and Indonesian, while using a combination of song lyrics, recording, and questionnaires to analyze phonological interference, offering a unique perspective on language learning through music. And we move to 2.2. There are 5 points to focus in literature review in this study, which is the study about pronunciation consonants. So the 2.2.1, there is a phonology. So phonology studies how sounds are organized and function in language. Based on Crystal 2011 defines phonology as the exploration of patterns and rules governing sound structures such as syllables, stress, and intonation. While Yule 2010 emphasized that phonology explained the mental representation of sounds and help understand how people process language sound cognitively. So in 2.2.2, there is a pronunciation. So pronunciation refers to the way words are spoken, focusing on articulation, stress, and intonation. And based on Crystals in 2011 states that pronunciation includes the physical production of sounds and variation based on accent, region, or social groups. And it highlights the role of phonetic elements in clear communication. And the next is stop consonants, also called as plosives, are sound produced by blocking airflow and then releasing it. From Birjandi 2005 explained that these sounds involve a closure, airflow stop, and a release or sound burst, while Yule 2010 classifies stops based on their place of articulation. There is bilabial for p and b, alveolar for t and d, and velar for k and g, and voicing for voiced or voiceless. So the next is about Korean consonant and vowels. In Korean, stop consonants are categorized into plain, tense, and aspirated types. According to Holiday and Kong in 2011, describe how tense consonants are produced with higher muscular tension and subglottal pressure, impacting vowel pitch and duration. In Korean, vowels vary by height, position, and lip rounding, influencing how sounds are perceived and pronounced. And the last point is about songs, because this study is focusing on NCT songs. Songs combine melody, lyrics, and rhythm to express emotion or stories. Based on Moore in 2012 notes that songs often follow structures pattern, for example like verses or choruses, to communicate meaning. Songs are also effective for language learning as they provide natural exposure to pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. So we're gonna move in 2.3 there is theoretical framework, and in this study there is two focuses point on theoretical framework. So the first is about the study uses Yule's 2010's theory that sounds differ across languages, causing pronunciation difficulties. And the second focus is about for Indonesian fans, exposure to Korean and English sounds in NCT songs may lead to pronunciation challenges due to these differences. And in chapter 3 or research methodology, in 3.1 there is approach of the study, and 3.2 there is data source. In 3.3 there is data collection, and the last is 3.4 is data analysis. So in approach of the study is the study use a qualitative method to analyze how Indonesian fans of NCT pronounce English stops consonants, and the data source is comes from recording of 20 NCT fans reading selected English lyrics from NCT's English songs. In data collection, steps include selecting English songs, recording fans reading the lyrics, transcribing their pronunciation, and organizing the data into tables. And for data analysis, is pronunciation error are identified using a table that marks incorrect for X and correct for checklist signs pronunciation. And the fans will answer questionnaires about their language background, English exposure, and learning habits to explore a reason for pronunciation issues. And the results will be explained in an essay highlighting the challenges and patterns in pronunciation. So that's all the presentation of my proposal research. Thank you for listening and understanding. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.